What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Blazers Uprise Live here on a Monday. We're going to kickstart your week with a typical show. The Blazers play later tonight, and we will start things off with picks against the spread. Now, tonight we are doing our virtual watch party for the month of November. This is for channel members only, and we're going to be streaming on the main channel. We can set it as channel members only over there on the main channel, and we're going to be streaming during this entire game. You'll get our live reaction to everything. So if you want to tune in for that stream, become a channel member by heading over to the main channel and clicking the join button. It's on the main channel page. It's below every video, every stream. So if you want to join us tonight for our live reaction to the Blazers vs. Jazz game, make sure to hit that join button. Other than that, we just dropped our power rankings. You can find that article in the description below. We also tweeted it out on Twitter with the Blazers Uprise Twitter account at Blazers Uprise YT. So we got some things coming your way today. Lots of content today for all of you. Eric, how is the start of your week, my man?
Oh, not too bad. Just got home from work just in time to do the show. Looking forward to it's always nice in the the watch parties because it's more of a personal touch. You can chat with people and get to know them a little bit, so that's always a good time. So I'm looking forward to that tonight.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We got 3 streams today. We got this one, we got that watch party, and then of course the post-game stream. So that's going to be like I don't know, 5-6 hours of streaming. So jam-packed Monday to start things off, and then we stream again tomorrow. So that's 4 streams in 2 days. Yeah, so looking forward to this matchup tonight. We'll pick it in picks against the spread. Speaking of picks against the spread, let's just jump into things here. Let's start off with the standings. Now, things are getting more jam-packed outside of Krish, who has been in a slump lately. Jackson went 4-8. 4-8 last Thursday. So everybody has caught up a little bit to him. Reese is only a game back. Trevin's only 2 back. Zach's only 3 back. Chat's only 4 back. Me and Eric were tied at 49 and 51. I'm trying to get back up above 500. I mean, we got 5 people above 500. Me and you are right there. So in terms of picking games, we're doing pretty well. But then if you look at double downs, the best record is 6-5. 6-5 for double downs, and we have 5 people below 500 on double downs. So double downs, I don't know what's going on. Like, our confidence has been misplaced all year, especially mine sitting there at 2-9. But Trevin had a good Thursday, 8-4. Eric, you went 7-5. Everybody kind of right around 5-7, 2-7-5 outside of Trevin's great day, and then Jackson struggling. We got to bring Jackson back down to earth and get him at first place, because I think he's been in first place from the get-go. So I'm ready for him to fall off that throne.
And those 3 people who doubled down on the Blazers was not a good idea.
Yeah.
Tried to tell you during the stream, but
there's a reason I put the clown emojis on those double down picks. That was something else. I didn't understand that either. Anyway, first game. You got Philadelphia hosting the Orlando Magic. Philadelphia's a 13.5 point favorite. Orlando's been getting blown out lately. A huge spread. Eric, what are the injuries?
Well, the Magic are still without Jonathan Isaac, Markelle Fultz, Etuan Moore, Michael Carter-Williams, and Cole Anthony still out for this one. The 76ers, only significant one is Ben Simmons still out, but looks like everyone else, Shake Milton was questionable, but he's playing. And Embiid came back over the weekend, so relatively healthy in terms of how their season's gone. Finally have everyone back.
Yeah, but they lost against the Timberwolves at home with Embiid back, so I don't know. This is a tough one. This is difficult. Philadelphia's been weird all season long, man. I mean, I don't understand this team. They won a 6-game winning streak while missing guys, then lost 5 in a row. Now they got guys back, but lost 2 in a row. One was at Golden State, so I understand that. We got a lot of tough spreads today.
I'm just going to take the points in this one. And I'll go with the Magic. 13.5 is a lot for Jackson's going 76ers. Zach is going Magic.
I'm also going to go 76ers.
Okay.
Who just went Magic? You said Jackson?
Zach and I are Magic. You and Jackson Sixers.
It sucks because these are like two teams that I don't have a different colorway for. That are like the same color. So.
Oh. I think people will understand.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be fine. I always try and contrast it, though, so it's easy to tell who's going with what.
You got Reese's pick? Or did you put that in the wrong spot?
I thought you said Reese was 76ers.
Reese's Magic. He gave us our picks beforehand.
You read those off for me.
I said
Jackson's Magic. Okay.
Chris is going 76ers.
Wait, what'd you say? Wait, Jackson's Magic, Reese's Magic?
No. Reese's Magic, Jackson is 76ers with you.
There we go. All right.
Chris 76ers.
Okay. And Trevin's
Orlando. Magic. Yeah. And then it's just chat.
Yeah, let me retweet the... Actually, I did retweet it, so... all right, cool. Chat, I'm going to end poll. We got 32 people in here right now. People have been filing in slowly to start these streams. Right now, it's pretty even. You got 16 votes. Make sure to get your vote in poll. If you don't know how a spread works, the team that... It says Philadelphia minus 13.5. That means they're favored by 13.5 points. So if you think they'll win by 14 or more, pick the Sixers. If you don't think they'll win by 14 or more, then pick the Magic. Right now it's even, so next vote will decide it. We got 22 votes. It's 50-50, Eric. So whoever has yet to vote, you can decide this pick for chat. There you go. It's 76ers.
All right.
13.5
not be the double then.
Still going with the Sixers, man. Still going with the Sixers. Game number 2, you got Miami hosting the Denver Nuggets. Denver on a 7-game losing streak, I think. It's like 6 or 7. Michael Porter Jr. has been announced out for the season. Jamal Murray still isn't there. What are the other injuries for Denver, and how about Miami?
So Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. now out for the season. Dozier out for the season. All out, JaMychal Green was a late scratch, and Nikola Jokic is playing. So he is in the lineup. For the Heat, they are without Tyler Hero, Markieff Morris, Oladipo, and just announced a short time ago, Jimmy Butler out of this game as well.
So this is just disgusting.
Yeah. Since Jokic is playing, I am taking the Nuggets.
This is actually really disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jokic versus Bam in a bunch of parts on either side.
Joel, they announced today that he was out for the year. Michael Porter Jr., that is.
Ew. This game is gross. The first game was gross. This game is gross. We got a lot of grossness today.
We have the picks of the spread, picks against the spread game of the year coming up. Just
Jackson says, pin a comment explaining the spread. It's hard to explain the spread in a comment, but if you want to try, Jackson, I can pin yours.
All right, so Zach,
type all that out now.
Zach and Jackson, Trevor, and all Denver. Chris is going Heat. He's hoping no one else does, probably.
This is just gross, dude. I mean, so they got Campazzo, Monte Morris,
Aaron Gordon,
Jeff
Green.
Miami has Lowry.
Bones Highlands playing.
They got Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Bam. I'm blanking on Miami.
Udonis Haslem.
Udonis Haslem. I'm just gonna roll Nuggets. Screw it. I hate this game. Trevin went Denver. What did Reese go?
I'm sorry. Reese went, without looking, I'm going to guess Denver. Yep.
All right, we're going to end chat polls.
He's predictable.
He is. He is very predictable. Chat. We got a Timberwolves game later. I'm sure we know what he went there as well. Chat went Denver. Here you go, Chris. Here's your island. This isn't a bad island by any means either. So there you go. All right. Game number 3, Chicago versus Charlotte. Chicago's a 4-point favorite.
So, as of, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, I just looked. Levine is listed as a game time decision. And, of course, Patrick Williams is out. For the Hornets, they're without Plumlee still, and Cody Martin is out as well.
Did I not just make the poll? Is there... Hello? The hell? Yeah, there it is. Okay. That was weird. I'm going Charlotte.
Okay. This one's tough. Man. Chris is going Charlotte with you. Reese is going Bulls.
Of course he is.
Yeah. I know. That was another one I should have guessed before I looked.
I know.
Jackson's also going Bulls, and I am going Bulls. Just have a weird feeling about this one. Although picking against the Hornets with a very weird feeling did not go well for me last time. Trevin says Bulls.
All right, there you go, Jackson.
Eric Olson, the Bulls are legit, but if Levine doesn't play, it's tough. It's tough.
So Trevin, Jackson went Bulls.
I went Bulls.
I don't like picking Bulls games. You want Bulls? Okay.
So just
Chris, you couldn't let me have an island there? Wow.
Zach and Chet.
Zach.
I don't see Zach's.
Just wait.
Okay, now I do. I don't think I can say it out loud.
Why is your auto
yeah, that's a joke.
That's a lie. We caught you. All right, it's very close for chat poll. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. If you're just joining in, make sure to vote for this game. Chicago's a 4-point favorite. There is a pinned message showing how spreads work as well, in case you're confused. Right now, it's very tight between Bulls and Hornets. This might be a split vote. We're going to end it in about 5 seconds, though. Get your votes in. We promote voting here at Blazers Uprise. And poll. It looks like it's going to be the Bulls. Unless we get like a last-second correction. Yeah, Bulls. Very close. Lots of close votes so far. But Bulls for chat. So me, Chris, Zach are Hornets. All right, let's move on to the next game. Game of the year, Eric. Houston.
Yes.
OKC.
I'm stuffed about this.
Houston is a favorite by 2 points.
I don't know how that's even possible. Yeah. So the Rockets are without DJ Augustine, who is now out for health and safety protocols, and Jalen Green. And the Thunder are without Kenrick Williams, and just announced that Derek Favors is not playing also due to illness. So, yeah. And usually we have to have one of these teams with, like the first game we talked about, the Magic and you're playing a team and it's like a 13.5 point spread, and we have to try to figure that out. But today they're playing each other, so it makes it kind of fun.
This is tough, actually, because the Thunder have lost 5 straight, but they've been in all of those games.
Yeah. And the Rockets won 2 games this last week.
And the Rockets have won 2 in a row, and they have been playing better without Jalen Green. And they're without Jalen Green. I mean,
I'm going to take the Thunder. Reese is going to take the Thunder. Trevin Jackson Thunder. Jesus 25 says Russ versus Harden. Nope. We're not going back a few years.
These teams have played earlier this season, and Houston won 124-91.
That was their only victory till their last 2 games.
I'm going Houston.
Okay.
Chris is going Houston. What'd Zach go?
I haven't seen a vote for Zach unless his phone corrects OKC or Houston to LOL bozos. It's Houston on a 2-game winning streak, not OKC.
And then he says Houston. So what are you going? Just type in all caps what you're going with, Zach. And I'm going to end chat poll. 74% for the Thunder.
This is 71. Okay, Zach's going
updates. I hit end and then it changes before it posts. So Zach's going Houston. All right, so me, Chris, Zach going Houston. Isn't that... Okay, well, me, Zach, and Chris are teaming up together. If you look at the last game and this game. Let's move on to game number 5. You got Minnesota hosting Indiana. Minnesota, 2.5-point favorite.
So the Timberwolves are without Jaden McDaniels and Patrick Beverly. Also, Jared Vanderbilt is questionable. The Pacers are without TJ Warren, of course, and just ruled out Miles Turner. Reese and Zach are going Timberwolves. Jackson Timberwolves.
Oh, Reese is going Timberwolves? Wow.
Yeah, no way, right? Didn't even have to look at that one.
So Zach, Jackson, Reese, you said?
And Trevin.
I was going to go with Indiana if Miles Turner was playing. But I'm going Minnesota. Chris is trying to tank some more.
Trevin, man. I thought the Pacers were your team.
I mean, the Pacers have been playing well, and I was going to pick them because I thought, okay, Miles Turner against Karl-Anthony Towns is actually one of the best center defenders to put on Cat. A guy that's mobile, blocks shots, but without him, it's either going to be Batatse or Sabonis. What you going with, Eric? Waiting on you.
Still thinking. God. I have a funny feeling about this one. But I can't pick the Pacers, so I'm going to pick the T-Wolves.
You can absolutely pick the Pacers. See, I can even put the graphic here for you. Okay. It's 50-50 right now.
It seems like...
Chat isn't on many, islands by themselves. They're close to one here. I'm going to let this poll play out for another 10 seconds or so, and then I'll end it.
I feel like Minnesota's good when not many people pick them, but when we all pick them, I feel like they've not shown up this year.
Facts. It's tied 50-50 with 26 votes, so the next vote I see, I'm ending it. The next vote decides. Get your votes in. We got 60 people in here, 26 votes in the chat poll. All right, there it is, Pacers. This might be the most on an island that chat has been all year long. Of course, Chris going Pacers. Because Chris just goes against the grain with everything. Mm-hmm. All right, so Chris and chat, this is a weird layout. Chris and chat going Pacers, everybody else going Timberwolves. All right, Dallas, Cleveland. Dallas, 6.5-point favorite.
Cleveland, Sexton's out, of course. Dean Wade, doubtful. Jetty Osman, questionable. For the Mavericks, Cully Stein and Frank Ntilikina are out. Jalen Brunson was listed as probable, so it looks like he'll play.
Another gross game. Dude, this is the grossest slate of games we've had all year.
Yeah, I feel like we say that every time.
No, but like especially today. Just because of the injuries.
Yeah. 6.5. I'm gonna go with the Cavs. They've been playing good again now that they got Allen and Mobley back.
Oh, Mobley's already back?
Yeah.
I thought he was supposed to be out for a month.
I didn't list him, did I?
I know. I just thought he was supposed to be out for a month.
No. It was like 1 to 4 weeks or something, and he ended up coming back in a week.
That's good.
Yeah.
Zach says, I'll vote. Yeah, you will. You will vote, Zach. Jackson goes Cavs. I will also
Reese went
go
Cavs as well.
All right.
Shouldn't surprise anybody either. Trevin Cavs. So, unless I missed it, Zach and Chris are waiting on.
Since we have majority Cavs, we already know. Chat Island. Nah, Zach. I mean, we had 5 people pick Cavs, and Zach and Chris go against the grain the most, so...
Zach and Chris both.
Yep. There it is. We gotta start making Chris vote first.
You don't want to go with your boys over the Zach Chris Tori trio again for the third time?
I'll base my picks. Chris, you're picking the last 3 games. You're picking first, Chris. All right. Mods, wait for Chris to pick for the next 3 games, because this man always waits and then goes against the grain. All right, we're going to end chat poll right now. Chat is... Actually, I'll let a few more votes, maybe? It's very close. Dude, every poll has been extremely close today. You got 52% Cleveland right now. Another vote for Cleveland. All right, there you go. Cleveland for chat. You got Zach and Chris alone. All right, Chris, be ready. San Antonio hosting the Wizards. The Wizards are 3-point road favorites.
Just a second, I missed chat percentage. All right, so Washington has Rui and Thomas Bryant out. Spencer Dinwiddie was held out of the last game, but it said it was just a precaution, so I think he's going to play. For the Spurs, they have your boy Vassell.
Oh God! Wait, restart. Would you restart? You just. I completely lost track of everything.
Wizards have Rui and Thomas Bryant out. Dinwiddie was kept out of last game with a knee precaution, but I think they were just resting him on back-to-backs. And then Spurs have Devin Vassell, Doug McDermott, and Zach Collins out.
Okay. And by the way, yes, I know that the final chat poll says 50-50, Cavs and Mavericks, but when I hit end poll, it showed 54% for the Cavs. So For double downs, we'll use whatever this shows, but if it ever ends up being like 50-50, that's what I go off of, what it said when I hit end pull. All right. Krish goes Washington. I'm also going Washington. Jackson goes Spurs.
Reese went Wizards. Trevin went Wizards.
Jackson says Island me.
I'll go Wizards as...
Trevin, Zach, get your picks in.
Yeah, I'll go Wizards.
Zach goes Washington. You go Washington. Waiting on Trevin. Alright, we're gonna end chat poll.
Trevin said Wizards.
Oh, did he? Okay. Chat's also Wizards. The percentage is there.
Oh, congratulations, Jackson.
There you go, Jackson. Here's your island. Now double down on it. Okay, game number 8. Portland and Utah. Utah's 7.5-point home favorites.
Well, the Blazers are, of course, without Norman Powell for this one. And last I checked, Royce O'Neal was questionable. Trevin is taking Utah, along with Reese. Krish is, of course, going Blazers.
Krish goes Blazers. Oh, no, that's chat. Whoops. Krish. Blazers. I don't know, man. I mean, 7.5. 7.5. Like, common sense says I have to take Jazz, but the Jazz have not been playing well lately.
Zach is taking the Blazers. Jackson is taking the Jazz because of Krish.
Okay. The Blazers, Zach.
Jackson can't make his own picks. He has to decide.
I know. This dude's number one, but doesn't have confidence in himself. Crazy. He's really falling. This is why he's falling off, Eric. This is why he's not about to be not first place next stream. What are you going with, Eric? Because I don't know what I'm going with. Chat also doesn't know because it's pretty much 50-50 right now.
Well, the reverse jinx didn't work last time. I'm gonna take the Blazers. I'll be a homer tonight.
Okay.
Zach, it's a W if you bring me some breadsticks afterwards.
I'm going Jazz.
All right, cool.
Alright, in chat, we're going to end your poll on the next vote, because right now it says 50-50 for me. So we got 71 people in here right now, only 46 votes. Get your vote in. The next vote I see is Jazz, 51%. When I hit end poll, it might end up being 50-50, but I saw Jazz for chat.
Or did you?
I did see.
Nope, it's 52.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubts about that one then. Alright, so Chris, Zach, Eric going Blazers. Clown emojis. I wish I had them on that slide. Clippers hosting the Pelicans. Clippers are 7-point favorites. Last game of the day.
So Zion is, of course, out for the Pelicans, Kawhi out for the Clippers, and I think Batum is still away from the team from COVID-related stuff. Reese is taking the Clippers. Dang, 7-point spread.
I know, and the Pelicans have been decent lately, too. They beat Utah in Utah in the past week. They also beat the Wizards by 25. But then they lost to Utah by 22. I don't understand.
What's up, Darren?
What? So this...
Is Batum back? I don't know.
I mean...
Clippers played.
In their previous matchup, the Pelicans won by 13.
Yeah, what Connor says, didn't the Clippers get rolled by the Warriors yesterday? Yeah, is that supposed to mean something?
I mean, it's the Warriors. Jackson goes Pelicans. Trevin goes Clippers.
God, I do not trust the Pelicans at all. Like, not a little bit.
I know. Like I said, it's the grossest slate of games, man.
I'm going to take the Clippers. Screw it. I do not feel good about this.
Clippers.
Now I have to figure out which disgusting game to double down on.
I might go Pelicans and then double down on the Clippers. Cancel it out. Just kidding.
Guarantee yourself a 1-1.
1-1. So make it work like that.
That's funny. Unless something happens differently, we're going to have our first double down chat poll. We have a tie for the biggest or highest percentage.
Oh, that's Wizards and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But Clippers is up there too. So why don't we get Clippers at 71 too? I'm going to go Pelicans.
Okay.
What did Reese go?
Reese went Clippers.
Okay. And then
Second.
Rich went Pels, I guess. In chat, I'm going to end your poll. We got 40 votes in there. I'm just going to end it now. All right. So let's see. They definitely went Clippers. The percentage was 65%. So, all right. Clippers for chat. Split vote on that one. All right. Time for double downs. All right. Chat. I'm going to put the poll in.
Thunder against the Rockets getting 2 points, or Wizards against the Spurs giving 3 points. Trevin's doubling down on OKC.
What was the second one?
Wizards -3 against the Spurs.
All right, there you go. The Wizards are on the road for that game.
Chris is going double down Island with the Heat. I am going opposite Chris and doubling down on the Nuggets.
All right. So wait, you did what? So just restart.
Uh,
Chris went what?
Chris is double down island with the Heat.
Okay.
I'm going opposite him with the Nuggets. Trevin took the Thunder. Reese took the Clippers. Zach is
Who
doubling
took the
down.
Thunder? You got to slow down a little bit. I got to pull all these logos in.
All right.
Thunder.
Trevin Thunder.
Okay.
Zach is opposing him with the Rockets.
All right.
Attaboy Jackson, I'm proud of you.
Did he go his island?
He did Spurs Island, yep.
All right.
So Chris and I going head to head. Trev and Zach going head to head. Jackson going against all of us. The Wizards pick and possibly
Alright.
chat depending on the results of the. I like this so far. No one's picked the same game.
Random number generator 1 through 9. I got an 8, so I'm doubling down on Utah.
Wow.
Well, I'm not going to be mad tonight. That's good. I'll take that.
You'll be mad if the Jazz win by 7.
Oh, yeah. Well, shut up. At the end of the game on my stream, they're going to be up 6. I'm going to be rooting for them to score again. It's 50-50. All right, next vote decides double down for chat. All right, it's Wizards. No, nobody has the same double down. I like that. I don't know if that's the first time this year. Like I said, disgusting slate of games. I think nobody's confident in any of these. Alrighty. There you go. There's the double downs. Alright. So, let's preview the game. This isn't going to be a long segment because we are streaming the game. If you want, we're doing a watch party. So if you're just tuning in, we're doing a virtual watch party for this game tonight for channel members only. If you want to become a channel member, simply go to the main channel and click the join button. All right. It's simple. As the lowest membership level is only $2 a month. And you'll be able to watch our virtual members only watch party tonight going live around 6 p.m. We won't tweet that out or anything, but if you're a channel member, it should show up in your subscription feed because we can set streams for channel members only over there on the main channel. So that's how you can tune in tonight. I'll also put a join link in the chat. So for this game tonight, Eric, the Blazers without Norman Powell, what do you think about starting Tony Snell?
Well, real quick, Royce O'Neal just ruled out for tonight.
Okay.
I don't know if that helps us or hurts us, but actually, all right. This comes with a big if. If Tony Snell is going to have to play, I think I'd rather it be spot minutes with the starters than with the bench unit. I just feel like he kind of interferes with what we're trying to do with our bench lineup. And I feel like he kind of fits in. Like Norman, he drives a lot. He's been doing a really good job of that, but he also is in the corner a lot, which Snell can do easily. So if he can just cut a little bit, maybe get some easy buckets that way, which isn't really part of his game, but maybe he'll see an opportunity to do that tonight. But if Snell's going to play, I'd rather it be with a spot minutes with the starters than with the bench. I don't know why he's playing necessarily, but that's how I feel.
I don't like it at all. We've started off a lot of games slow, right? Because we don't have enough energy, especially on the road. And you have a perfect opportunity to start an energy guy and a good defender who I'd like to put up against Donovan Mitchell in Nasir Little. And we're starting Tony Snell. I don't even think Tony Snell should play. I put out a rotation out on Twitter, an 8-man rotation that I think we should go for tonight, with the 3 players off the bench being Simons, Nance, and Cody Zeller. The reason I'd rather play Cody Zeller over Tony Snell is because the Jazz go big with Hassan Whiteside as the backup center off the bench, so Cody Zeller makes more sense there. We could move Nance to a lot of backup 4, and then play Rocco some at the 3 and go big with Rocco, Nance, Zeller, or Rocco, Nance, Nurkic. I think that's what the ideal rotation would be for tonight. Instead, we're playing Tony Snell, who he hasn't been good at anything this year, Eric. Like we brought him in as like, okay, he's a 3-point sniper. He's shooting 28% from 3. He hasn't been a good defender either. He's had moments where he's been solid, but he hasn't been a good defender, hasn't been a good 3-point shooter. I feel like there's no reason to start him tonight or even play him. So I don't like this decision. Now he's going to hit like 4 threes in the first 6 minutes of the game. Mm-hmm. But I just, right now, I don't like the decision.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious to me that they do not want to play Robert Covington at small forward. So I think as much as we can try to allot minutes to him, it just seems like they don't think he is a small forward. But
like, what is Tony Snell? How is Tony Snell more of a small forward than Roker?
I'm not saying it's kind of like what happened with Aminu, right? Like we never played Aminu once he started at 4. Like one time, we never played him at small forward again. Yeah, it's like,
I'm not arguing you. I'm just arguing their logic, because I agree with that. Okay. That is their logic. I just don't agree with the logic behind it.
Here's the second part, and this is where we don't know, so this is where it's hard to determine logic. But if you are having a team based on accountability and putting the guys in who are doing the best job of what you ask of them, it is possible that Snell is getting these spot minutes because both in practice and in the games, he is actually doing as close to what the coaches want him to do in his minutes that is as opposed to other people. So they're possibly rewarding him for that accountability, and doing the right things, being in the right spots, off ball, things like that, or working hard in practice. That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense to me, why he would get both the starting spot tonight and spot minutes when it seemingly hasn't been for a reason on the court, at least offensively.
But what is he doing in games that the coaching staff wants? He's not doing anything in games. He's
scheme-wise, defensively, he's never really out of position. His individual, one-on-one perimeter defense isn't great, but it's never been his strong suit.
But like when they move the ball to his guy, his closeouts have been terrible. His closeouts have not been good. He can't, he's in the right position, but like he's not overhelping, right? But then even though he's not overhelping, if the ball reaches his man, he's been real bad closing out, in my opinion. So guys can. I think he's been tough.
I think he's been switched on to way too many people. That he's like switching too easy, but that seems to be once again a scheme thing. So I don't know.
But like that's the thing is like, who are they going to start now? Joe Ingles at the 3. Nas makes more sense against Joe Ingles, who handles the ball a lot, in my opinion. And if it's situations where the small forward keeps getting switched on to maybe quicker guys, then why are you starting Tony Snell when their backcourt is Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell?
Maybe their plan is to hope not to switch, but I think you're wrong. I think Snell has done a really good job closing out and positional wise off the ball. So, and Nas, for as good as he has been in spurts, has oftentimes been the person getting caught up on picks when he has no business getting caught up on them, or having some off-ball issues. So maybe it's just a situation where They see Snell as someone who can help the rest of the starters just have a good team cohesion on defense versus necessarily worrying about one-on-one matchups or whatever. But at the same time, after saying all that, if Tony Snell plays anywhere close to the same amount of minutes as Nasir Little in this game, I'm going to be mad because I'm hoping it's just the spot minutes and he plays like 12 to 15 minutes and Nas plays like 30 minutes. So I'm hoping that's how it goes.
Snell just shouldn't be playing. He shouldn't be playing, especially if we have Norm and he's been playing. I don't. If he was making threes, it'd be one thing, but like he hasn't been hitting, and he's been missing threes like bad. He's almost airballed a few lately. He does not look dialed in at all from three. I don't know, man. I mean, I'd rather have the energy guy set the tone on the road in a place that's hard to play because there is some elevation there in Salt Lake City. And now that they're starting Joe Ingles, I would rather have a better one-on-one defender in there. I don't believe in Tony Snell's off-ball defense to the level that you do. I don't think it's necessarily been better than Nas's. Maybe the positioning has been better, but I don't think he's been better at closing out or staying in front of whoever he's guarding. I don't know. I don't agree with the logic. We will see, though. I mean, we will see, and we'll be reacting to it live however Tony Snell does. That's going to be a hot topic early.
In Snell's defense, too, I mean, you're talking about an 18 three-pointer sample size this year compared to a 40% career body of work.
I mean, he could break out of it, but I can only base it on what he's been doing. It'd be one thing if he was shooting bad on 18 shots and like all his misses were really close. His misses have not been close on a lot of threes.
But I mean, you could say the same thing about Dame most of the season so far.
Yeah, but like we're talking Dame and Tony Snell.
Yeah, I know.
But like Dame I felt like was missing. I felt like normal threes, Dame was missing very close. It was like he didn't have the step back, fadeaways dialed in.
I just think
secondary.
To me, it's logical that if Tony Snell is doing a lot of good things in practice and always in the right spots and they're doing drills and he's always the one that knows exactly what the coaches want or something, like it's natural for coaches to reward that even if it's not necessarily translating onto the court. Once again, I don't agree with necessarily him getting any minutes at all. I'm with you there, but yeah, I don't know. It's just another thing. I mean, Billups has not done a great job with rotations outside of a couple games this year. So if he continues to struggle with knowing who to put in where, that's an important job as a coach. So hopefully he gets that figured out.
Here's a question. Given the fact that Hassan Whiteside is the backup center, with the bench unit, if you had to choose one to play, would you rather play Tony Snell or would you rather play Cody Zeller?
Tonight, yeah, I'd probably play Zeller.
I agree.
But yeah, it doesn't seem like that's the choice.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, there is something to be said about playing Nance and making Whiteside move all around the court and just having Nance go crazy moving around and stuff.
But the problem is we don't do enough of that with Nance.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the thing is we don't have sets I've seen that utilize him as a cutter that would get Hassan Whiteside moving. It's kind of like he's top of the key pivot guy, and I know he can make a three, but he doesn't really look to make threes if anybody's remotely close.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, my rotation is what I'd go with. I think Nas should play 30 to 33 minutes tonight. Since Tony Snell is starting, I think Snell should play 8 minutes. The first 4 minutes of each half, there you go. Maybe the first 5. If he hits some threes, then maybe upwards of 15 minutes. But I don't know. I feel like Snell's about to play 20 minutes tonight. That's just a gut feeling. And Nas is going to play like 24 and be better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be it's going to be too close. That's just my gut feeling. We will see. We'll talk about that on the post-game show tonight. That'll be a hot topic. Outside of the Snell starting situation, what are your thoughts on this game? This is a Utah team that's been up and down. They have Rudy Gobert as the best defensive center in the league, and then you got Donovan Mitchell, who you got slowed down. It's kind of a different team than Portland's faced. You know, they faced the up-tempo Warriors, the Sacramento Kings, which are nothing like the Utah Jazz. So this is kind of a unique game. Blazers have 2 days rest going into this. So do you have any other thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, they're super efficient with their possessions, though. So you have to be able to, have the right rotations. You have to close out well. So all that stuff is really important, especially since they'll move the ball until they get an open three a lot of the times. So yeah, you have to get out on the shooters, take away, at least contest 3-point shots. And then you also have to be aware of Rudy around the basket, just so he doesn't get a lot of putbacks or lobs and stuff like that. So tough assignment for Nurk because he's got to both cover on the pick and roll and get back to the basket. But that's why I kind of want to mix in more traps and more pressure. As Thomas Uransky said in chat, Zeller is, I forgot what the metric is, but he's number 1 in aggression on defense for big men, and Nurk's like 3rd or 4th. And to me, that's somewhat misleading because Zeller, while he's been aggressive, it hasn't been the right amount of aggression. It's like he plays up on the picks, but then he stays too long, but he's not up all the way, as we've detailed before. So he's like not pressuring the ball handler to take away a pass, but he's also not going back to his man. So it looks like he's being aggressive, but overall, I'd say if you're not hard trapping, that's not really aggression. It's kind of fake aggression, in my opinion. Whereas Nurk, it's still not a hard trap, but at least it's aggressive to where you're trying to guide the guy away from where he's trying to go or his spot. So I think until we get more aggressive with that and take away the first option quicker, we're going to struggle both taking away that option and also taking away other parts of it when our rotations are slow. So I just think we should come out with more aggressive approach on pick and rolls, and I think that would solve a lot of our other execution problems if we're forcing bad passes or turnovers out of it. But I've been saying that all year. I haven't really seen it, so.
Yeah, I mean, but you have to play aggressive on Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion. Here's the thing with Mitchell, though, that where you can run into some trouble if you do that. He's good at splitting pick and rolls and going downhill and making plays going to the rim. So you have to be careful that you don't let him split. You have to keep that gap as narrow as possible. Now the problem is you want to hedge out enough to be able to stop him from turning the corner. So it's just a fine line for a guy like Jusuf Nurkic. If he's playing aggressively on those pick and rolls, he has to find the right spot where he's not letting Donovan Mitchell get around him and then turn downhill, and he has to make sure he doesn't give up the gap to split. So it's going to be interesting to watch that play out.
Yeah, for sure.
But then here's the thing too, is like Rudy Gobert is a legit lob target. So you can't, I don't like running drop. I hated running drop against Donovan Mitchell because a lot of it is him and Gobert pick and rolls, and Donovan Mitchell, you give him that space to go downhill and he's really good with it. And then he has just a mammoth lob target in Gobert, and it was basically, they ate off it against us. So if we run any drop against that, I am not going to be happy with that at all.
Yeah, especially against a good 3-point shooting team like the Jazz are.
Yeah. And then Joe Ingles is another guy who kills us a lot. So have to try and contain him as well. And you don't want to let him get going downhill either. You don't want to let him create.
Don't let Conley have a turn back the clock night where he's killed us off pick and roll, that drop scheme like you've said.
Yep. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on the game tonight. Do you have anything else, Eric? Well, let me take the dono, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We don't get many donos here on the second channel, so appreciate Anthony Swafford with the $5 dono. He says, been following for seasons. Love your dedication. If you ever need help, I do it for free. BS, digital, filmmaking, all love, guys. Appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate your support. If you want to help us, feel free to DM me or email me or just get in contact with me even Discord. If you're in our main Discord, you can message me on there as well. Appreciate the dono. Any other thoughts that you had on this one? Other than refs missing goaltending calls on Dame.
I feel like it's a situation where, as we continue to struggle on the road, the pressure is mounting. But in a game like tonight, I feel like they play so much better if they just came out loose and free and just played basketball, not worried about it. So I think I kind of just want them to have fun and try to go in thinking not that our record's bad on the road and we have to win a road game eventually and all that stuff. Just try to somehow block that out. I know it's easier said than done, but just go in there with an attitude just play free and hope you get a win. And no matter how it looks, beating Utah in Utah has always been a tough task ever since I was a kid. They have, I'd venture to say they're at least top 5 in that time, home records in my lifetime, or at least last 30 years of my life or so. But yeah, so getting a win tonight, even if it takes Dame going off and stuff, it would be a nice welcome to see Dame go off and win a game because of that. It's not like we've had to rely on that all year, and that's the reason why we're winning games, or that is some sort of indication that we can't ever be a good team unless Dame goes off or anything like that. So just have a fun game, and then hopefully someone makes enough plays to get a win.
Yep, I agree with that. So that's going to wrap things up. We'll be live in about an hour and a half with our members-only watch party over on the main channel. If you want to watch that, go to the main channel and become a member by clicking the join button, or use this link that I am putting in chat right now. And then we'll have the post-game show.
Mateo asked if we'll have more watch parties, so the goal is to do one a month at least. So
yeah, and then when Valley Pod, we have done theirs because they do that for every game. But yeah, for members, once a month is the goal, and maybe we do it a second time each month. It's just setting everything up, is getting synced, and everything is hard, and I don't have cable in this room, so I have to move my computer, and it's just a lot, so that's why we don't do them more often. Yeah, so anyway, anything else, Eric?
No, everyone have a good night, and I'm looking forward to those of you who can watch the game with us. Definitely, if you're in that chat and you don't normally talk, at least say hi or try to interact a little bit.
Yep, I agree with that. Anyway, that's a wrap for the stream. We will catch you guys later tonight. Until then, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.